Hello again, people. Episode 41 to Find Music. There, I found it. And I've been inspired by my comrades to choose this artist because I just discovered a couple days ago they have a song that is about a city that's in the news, Kiev. So I thought, hey, okay, talk a little bit about Barclay James Harvest because they might be totally forgotten. Yeah, and here's why. We'll take a look at their songs. Let me see. Got to put it on the screen share. There we go. All righty. So as you can see, I don't even have their albums. I just downloaded 2 greatest hits because even the hits are spotty. All right, I did download one album, Ring of Changes, because I like the song Ring of Changes, and it comes in different versions. There's a single version that's 4 minutes, and the album version is 7 minutes. And of course, the album version is better, more progressive. This is considered a prog rock group, but they danced into pop, trying to make some success. So Ring of Changes is really prog pop. And the song 50s Child, that's straight pop, but it didn't succeed. Back to their greatest hits catalog that I just downloaded. I had a compact disc. I picked it up somewhere cheap. That explains why it's got such great megabytes going on there, right? That's from a compact disc. You always get higher quality.
Yeah.
And the song that introduced me to this group was called Child of the Universe.
Okay.
Which is, again, prog pop. And I really can't recommend anything else on the album other than they have a song that describes the group, Poor Man's Moody Blues. That's like a self-description of Barclay James Harvest. Their lead singer, he's got a high voice. Not as high as Rush or Yes, not that high, but pretty high. And so not a lot to recommend here. I just picked up that song Kiev from the best of Barclay James Harvest, so I wouldn't have to buy the album. And I tried listening to the album because I do shop where you can hear I think they're 1 minute snips, actually, 1 minute snips of each song. So you get a real taste of each song. And this one, I just liked it. I liked it. And wow, it's one of my, now that I have 3 favorite Barclay James Harvest songs. Okay, so they've moved up 33% in my estimation. So I'm just going to recommend, I will recommend, let's see. Well, I guess I could say if you like the Moody Blues, you might want to give these guys a check out, right? Because they are Moody Blues-esque without all the mellotron. They're more, they do have keyboards, but guitar in equal measure. And they stretch out a few times. You can see by some of the tracks that are longer. They have another hits album that's called Mockingbird. So maybe that's a significant song to some people. Victim of Circumstance was an okay song, you know. That one was all right. That one was all right. I'm not ready to give it 4 stars. I'm very loath to give a song 4 stars. It has to really earn it. And that's all I can report about. Yeah, and avoid, of course, the newer material. Those last 3 songs after Kiev are, they're going for pop. They're going pop rock.
Yeah.
They're losing their prog. Yeah, okay. That's all I got to say about Barclay James Harvest. Those songs are good, don't get me wrong. I like them. They're in my rotation. Right, so maybe, you know, one man's ceiling is another man's floor. They had a good long career, so they must be liked.
Yeah, they did well in England, I think, for quite a while.
There you go. English sensibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point to make. Good point to make.
Well, I was going to say that the 80s were a good time for prog pop.
Yeah,
let me
That's
just say,
exactly, that was the
Barclay
peak of prog pop, the 80s. You're right. And that's when I was in my 20s. So
Yep.
it's a little bit of a marriage there. I was able to make the adjustment to Yes and Rush when they went pop.
Yeah.
Not everybody could, but I made the adjustment pretty easily. I was happy to tell
Well-
my students, hey, guess what? My favorite band's got the #1 song right now. That was 1984.
That was amazing for them to have.
Have the #1 song.
Yeah.
Who knew they would ever have a hit record on that?
Yeah. Well, I remember watching a little documentary about it. Trevor Horn really believed in this song. He said, this is going to be a #1. This is, let me do what I want with this song. And
Yeah.
Trevor Rabin and John Anderson fought with him over this, what to do with the song. And he won out pretty much,
Yeah.
because all those effects you hear in the song, that's
Yeah.
Trevor Horn's doing.
Yeah.
He made them hit the heights. Okay, so that ends our Barclay James Harvest episode. All right.